Norse and Norse mythology, they are not adept. But Sarah, she will research, and Paul, he must accept. Yggdrasil is a glorious word, crush a whole mountain.
Well, Thor's hammer could.
These fables are bizarre, but good. It's
Welcome to Myth Understood. I am your host. I'm still sort of singing.
I am your host.
Sarah Oliver, that's Paul Bianchi over there. He's also your host. And this is a now Norse mythology podcast.
It's been North. It's been North.
We are giving you some social distance content on these crazy days. In between, all around these crazy days.
You know, since we're recording this one so in advance, what could be the world? What could be the world?
I think clothing optional,
Uh-huh.
but still you need to wear shoes.
Yeah.
And I already love that, like, with Postmates and stuff. I don't know if this is everywhere. This is probably just LA. But you can now order cocktails to go.
Can you?
Yeah, as long as it's with food. So
Oh.
I think everyone's drunk, naked, and afraid.
I love that show.
Drunk, naked, and afraid. I feel like I've mentioned that show a million times in this podcast. I want to let everyone know I have never seen even 30 seconds of that show.
Lies.
I just love the title and the concept.
Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Myth Understood. And you can find Myth Understood on social media at _Myth Understood. You can find Sarah at the Sarah Oliver, and you can find me at the Paul Bianchi. And you can find our Dragon Wagon Daddy network at It's Dragon Wagon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all the way.
That's you'll keep yourself busy.
Yeah.
Just follow our silly asses. So what are you thinking so far about Thor?
What am I thinking about him?
Yeah, how do you feel about this guy?
I think that he's like someone who seems fun on paper, but like he wouldn't be my friend in real life.
No, he wouldn't, right?
Yeah.
He's a braggart. He's kind of...
I think like if he ever came to my house, he would like eat everything in my
would never have
house,
him over, yeah.
including my cat.
Yes.
He would probably like take a shit like in the middle of my roommate's bed.
Massive dumb.
Think
about it.
Yeah.
The motherfucker eats like ox.
Yeah.
Like 5 of them. Ox plural.
Mm-hmm. I think he would like bash my toilets with his hammer.
Yeah, he'd be doing a bunch of frat boy pranks.
That's a frat boy prank? Destroying someone's toilet with a hammer?
Didn't go to college, Paul. Let me dream. Yeah. So
he might leave an upper decker though.
What so he destroys it, but there's still poop in the upper deck.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you do have a good you get it. And it is so funny, like Thor has all of these enemies, but they're so self-made. Like the giants just seem like they're kind of doing their own fucking thing. But I think the gods really antagonize the shit out of them.
Yeah, I think that without the gods, that like the giants would just be
homies just running around.
Just working on their macrame and
living in their little palaces in their land of the giants.
Just playing The Sims on PC.
Oh god.
Never on console though. Those games are whack.
As per usual, this is a story about Thor fighting with a giant.
Okay.
Thor picking on a giant. This giant is Thor's equal though. He is Hrungnir, spelled Hrungnir. Hrungnir.
Oh, it's like those Irish names.
Mm-hmm. Hrungnir. His name even is translated to brawler. So this is Thor's, giant twin.
So even among the macrame crafting Sims playing giants,
yeah, this is the one that the giants
rowdy.
are like, ugh. The way all the gods are probably around Thor, like Jesus Christ, we get it. You eat a lot and you want to punch things.
Mhm.
He's the Thor of the giants, pretty much.
So they should be best friends.
You would think. So one day, the god of just being an asshole, Odin, rolls into. He is. He's such a shit starter. He rolls into Untenheim, the land of the giants. And Renier didn't even know who he was because, Odin likes to go around with his costume closet adorned all over his body.
I have such a visual for that, like, because you said rolls in, so I imagined him in the back of a limo. But then you said the costume closet, and so like it had like a jingling wardrobe
Yeah.
rack on top of it, also.
Well, you're close. His limo is his 8-legged horse, Sleipnir.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's his limo. So he rolls down
Who's
the window
also
on
Loki's
the
child.
horse.
Don't think I've forgotten that.
Don't think anyone will. He's being very, showy. He's like, look at my 8-legged horse, flies through air,
I see him
flies on water.
wearing a boa, or a feathered robe a la Ric Flair.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go 2001 Britney Spears, "Slave for You."
Oh, like a boa constrictor.
Yeah.
Both.
Get it. Ah.
Nothing's too much. He's wearing a the feather trimmed robe,
Yeah.
a boa constrictor, and a feather boa on top of it.
And a belly button piercing, right?
Yes.
A la Britney. Okay. Brit.
A belly button piercing, but not where you'd expect it to be.
Hashtag free Britney. So he rolls in, showing off. And again, you're going to their territory, you fucking antagonist. And Renier's like, who is this? And Odin is like, I heard that. Guess what? I bet your head that my horse with these 8 legs could outrun any of your fucking horses. So Odin just rolls up ready to truth or dare.
Yeah, that reminds me of that meme of like, no one, absolutely no one, Odin. Hey, my horse can beat your horse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so, this being the most showy of the giants and hot-headed, obviously, he was like, oh, yeah, we're going to do this. And he jumped on his horse, Gulfaxi, which means just pretty golden hair.
Aw,
Yeah.
that horse seems great.
And they race through everything, up all sorts of topography, all over the fucking place.
I saw that episode of Superman, the animated series, where the Flash and Superman race around the world.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like on hills and valleys
Yeah.
and, snow and forests. And all of a sudden, Renier realizes he just raced straight into Asgard.
Oh.
And he still hadn't caught up with Odin. So the gods were like, oh, that's fun. Why don't you come have a drink with us?
Also, did someone lay out a course? Like, how do we know that they're like, what is the race to?
I think Odin is just being a prick and being like, let's take our enemy back into our gates.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's just so rude. And the gods were like, oh, let's have some drinks. And once Renier got super trashed, he started bragging like, I'm so fucking strong. I'm gonna kill all you motherfuckers except hot ass Freya and Sif, who's Thor's wife, because you guys are hot as shit. Instead, I would carry your sexy asses back home.
That does sound like, okay, so we're getting back into frat boy territory. I mean, the amount of times my life has been threatened by a frat boy in a drunken bet
Yeah.
has been...
And say your woman would be taken off.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I'll take your girl over my shoulder.
Uh-huh. It happens.
It does happen. And then they upper deck you.
Me, not my toilet.
So Freya was like, haha, that's cute. And she kept giving him more booze, which is not classic Freya, but she was like, whatever. And then he started bragging even more. He's like, I'm going to drink all your motherfucking ale, all of it. And this, of course, not his wife being carried off to the land of the giants, but the threat of all of his ale being drank. Thor was like, fucking stop. No, you have crossed the line, sir.
Oh, wow.
Not in my house.
So that made Sif feel really good.
Yeah, no, but actually he got a text because Thor was gone at this point. So they sent him a text and they're like, so yeah, awkward. Your wife has been, this guy said he's going to fuck your wife and drink your beer. And
So what?
Thor.
Wait, what'd you say? Drink my beer?
Exactly.
Okay.
So Thor races back and he right away lifted his hammer and was like, I'm going to fucking kill you. Like you drank some of my beer. But
What type of beer was it?
it's the endless beer out of the milk titty
Oh,
of
okay.
the goat.
Yeah, so it's not like a special beer though. It's not like a
I'm sorry.
It's not like a Yingling.
What? That's goat titty milk on tap.
Okay.
So Heinir was like sobering up a little, like, whoa, 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 whoa. That would be so shitty if you killed me unarmed. That would be so lame. Like your name would be held in far higher honor.
Are you saying Runner said this?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you accept my challenge to a duel.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Thor was like, oh, it's true, man. People would be like, you killed this guy when he was super armed. Yeah, that makes me look cool. So they arranged a time. They met on the playground.
Okay.
And
well, which one's Aaron Burr and which one's Alexander Hamilton in this scenario?
you'll find out.
Okay.
So Rhaenyra walked to a field and he had a whole setup. He had stone armor, a stone shield. He had a crazy old whetstone. And he was like spinning around doing tricks like, wah, 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 wah. Ha. And then all of a sudden,
I just imagine him like going to a rave, like he's doing all the glow stick things.
He's a braggart like Thor, who of course had to roll in like surfing on lightning and thunder roaring all around straight onto the battlefield.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
And Thor
He left the goats at home.
threw his hammer at the giant, but the giant threw his whetstone, and the stone burst against Thor's forehead into a bunch of pieces.
Wait. Why is he fighting with a whetstone?
That's the giant's. The giant has a whetstone. So like Thor threw the hammer, the giant threw his whetstone.
But why did he bring, like, Thor brought a weapon to a fight, and
So whetstone like spear or something.
oh, a whetstone is for sharpening weapons against.
Not this one.
Okay.
He has rock armor, okay?
All
a little
right.
suspension of disbelief here. So he threw it.
Is it wet spelled WHET?
Yes, it's whetstone.
Okay.
So he threw it.
It's not just like a wet rock. All right, go.
Do you want to know what happened?
I do, but I'm distracted by that.
So he threw it, and the weapons met in air, and Thor's hammer destroyed the whetstone, and it got a piece of it.
Because it's not a weapon.
Oh, fuck off! Got lodged in his forehead.
Okay.
Because his hammer is so powerful. His power is so hammerful. Then Thor the hammer hit Rhaenyra's head, and his head exploded, of course. But the piece.
So Runner's dead.
Yeah, he's dead right away. So
Wow.
But Thor was like, "Fuck! I can't get this piece of whetstone out of my head." So he went to this sorceress named.
Is it embedded in the middle between his eyebrows? Does he look like Gwen Stefani, circa 1990s?
Yes. Remember when she had that piece of rock stuck in her head she couldn't get out?
Yeah.
So he went to this sorceress named Groa,
Mm-hmm.
and she sang spells over the stone to get it out. And Thor was like, he felt it moving, so he's like, wanted to give her encouragement, like, yes, you're doing such a great job. Do you know, actually, I saw your lost husband, and he's gonna be home soon. And so yeah. And Groa was like, wait, what the fuck? Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh, I'm so happy. And she just like sat and super.
I'm confused though. So he goes to this woman. What's her name?
Groa.
To get the rock out of his head, and as she's trying to get the rock out of his head, he
just starts gabbing, and he's like, "I saw your lost husband on my way here. He's coming home soon. Anyway, this is so great."
Is that true that he
Yeah.
saw? Oh, okay.
And so she's overcome with emotion and just forgets to do her spells on him. And so the rock remained lodged into Thor's head until he died at Ragnarok.
Oh, So that's just there forever then.
That's a forever, yeah, because he had to run his mouth again.
He has a forever bindi.
He has a forever, yeah. And he rocks it.
There you go.
So that is the story of Thor killing Heinir, who really was just hanging out until Odin stirred some shit.
Heinir?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. Nope. Runir.
Runner. Yeah.
Everyone's near. And yet so far. But yeah, did Runir deserve this death?
No.
I mean, he was running his mouth, but like they were getting him so trashed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that I'm generally against capital punishment.
Mm-hmm. So you hate Thor.
Hate is too strong.
You're in love with Thor.
That's just right.
Okay, so as I said the previous episode, we have Aer and Aegir and Ran.
Uh-huh.
How would you pronounce Aer's name? I think it's Aer.
What how's it spelled?
Aegir.
AEG. Oh,
Delivery.
delivery.
Well, who's at the door?
I don't know. The podcat's very interested in the door now, though. So you said
Aegir.
AEGIR. I think it would be eager.
Hold on, I think it's in here somewhere. Yeah, I think it's Aer.
Yeah, they do silent G's.
Iger.
Iger.
I've been saying it wrong. Yep. Iger.
Oh, okay, like a tiger.
And Ran. Yeah.
All
Iger.
right.
Okay, so Iger, who forget I ever said it wrong. I know you'll come for me on the Twitter. I know you're coming for me.
With your whetstone.
With your whetstones. So there's another little cameo, like I promised.
Okay.
Just a little one. So this is the story called Otter's Ransom. Have you ever heard that
Otter's ransom?
expression? An Otter's Ransom?
I can't say I have.
Okay. Apparently it's an expression, and it comes from this tale.
What about I've heard of daughter's ransom.
Okay, Otter's Ransom. Hold on, they say it right here.
An otter's ransom. If I had to guess, an otter's ransom is someone.
Gold is sometimes referred as an Otter's Ransom.
Oh, is it like because like otters like shiny things?
No, this is the fucking story of it. You're about to find out.
Okay.
Otter's Ransom. Odin, Loki, Honir, roaming around, wandering
It's
around.
not like an otter, like an animal. Then it's named after a person. I'll listen to the story.
So help me God. I will throw a whetstone at your head so hard. So these three homies are running around, traveling, and they,
Odin,
they-
Loki, Thor,
no, Honir.
Honir.
So they're just running around,
Mhm.
being bros. Honir could basically not even be in this story.
Okay.
He does nothing except get tied up. So they're running around. They like to travel around the world and learn all the knowledge there is. Loki and Odin are blood brothers. Honir has nothing else to do. So they're roaming around and they get kind of wrapped up in a bit of a snowstorm. And it's wintertime. And they come to this river and there's this beautiful waterfall where they see an otter who just caught a salmon and is about to eat it. So Loki picks up a stone and throws it at the otter. and
Why?
Hits it on the head.
No.
And the otter fell to the ground, was knocked dead. And Loki smiled and said, "I've caught an otter and a salmon with one stone." So they picked up the otter and the salmon and they keep going about. And the snowstorm's getting heavier and
Does
heavier.
that part of the story bother you at all?
Of course.
Okay.
It gets worse. Wait.
All right.
Until they come to this house and they're like, okay, let's not be wet gods running around all damp. Let's see if these nice people will let us stay here. So they just walk into the house.
Sure. Okay.
And they're like seeking shelter, and they meet this farmer named Heidmar.
Heidmar. Okay.
Heidmar.
Does anyone else live there?
Yes.
Okay.
And he was actually a magician,
Oh,
magical man.
he was a farmer / magician.
Yes.
One career didn't work out.
It's always the magician. Yeah, so he's a powerful man, arts of magic, and this group of gods asked if they can stay for the night, and they're like, "We'll share this food that we have with you." And they're like, "See, we got
Do you
the
like
salmon,
otter and salmon?
we got this otter,
We can sew it together.
and
It'll be like a turducken.
ew." And Heidmir gasped, and he was like, "Oh, my sons, Fafnir and Regan, come look, my sons! These travelers have killed your brother Otter."
Oh.
And Fafnir and Regan grabbed the gods and bound them with the help of their father's, magical abilities.
Are the brothers looking like brothers, or are they otters?
They're humans.
They're humans.
They are humans.
Uh-huh.
Some reason one of their brothers was an otter.
Do they have a mom?
They don't talk about her.
Sheila.
She was an otter. So the first two sons took after her.
That is
The
how
dad.
that works. It's like it's either you get dominant or recessive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they tied the gods up to a chair, and they removed Loki's shoes of flight,
Uh-huh.
and they took away Odin's staff. And,
His stilettos of flight.
yeah, Honir, I don't know, they slapped him with a glove.
Okay.
He's not really a threat. And they were just like, "You're gonna fucking pay for this. That otter was our fucking brother who's so goddamn cute, who's so soft." They're pissed.
We would hold him and bring him up to our faces and wear him like a beard.
Yeah, we loved him. And so the gods right away were like, "Yeah, we'll give you whatever. Like, we'll give you wealth and whatever you want as reparations. Yeah, just demand what you want and let us go." And so Heidmir stood up and went to the otter, his deceased son, and ripped off the fur and shaped it like a bag, as you do with your children.
Oh, boy.
And
Wow.
he brought the bag over and he goes, "You are going to fill the inside of this bag and cover the outside with red gold. There's going to be so much fucking red gold."
Red gold?
Red gold, which only exists in Svartalheim, the land of the dwarves.
So he rips off his son's flesh,
Fashions it into a bag.
he gets out the sewing machine, sews it up.
So I want so much goddamn money. It fills the inside and all around the outside of this skin bag.
Sarah, that's what I'm going to do to you when you die.
Paul, I know. So Odin was like, "Ugh, all right, Loki, sounds like a bitch job for a bitch. You are gonna go and figure out this red gold situation. Get to getting."
Oh, that's not his like really rude way of saying you need to do this job as a woman.
No.
Okay.
But Loki, because as a woman, Loki ain't no bitch.
Okay.
So Loki first paid a visit to Ran and Iger.
Oh, they
And he
get
was like,
their cameo. The audience goes, woo!
yeah. And, they're always very hospitable. And he's like, "Hey, I need that net that you use to catch humans."
Oh, so he's talking to Rand then.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like, you pull all those poor seafarers and you drown them and you watch them die.
I have
Writhe.
a hobby. It's great. Which one do you want, though? Because I have like 30 of them.
I have a
I
feeling
can never have too many nets to kill people.
I need it to be small enough to catch a fish. I don't know why.
Where's the fun in that?
I don't know why.
All right. Well, I have this one. I never use it then because like I'm killing better victims than that.
You're killing it at killing it. And I'm saying this as the most mischievous god around.
Thanks.
Girl, you're killing it.
Thanks.
Girl, you slay.
Thanks. Do you like my crown, by the way?
Yeah, it's just human teeth. Ooh,
That's the other hobby.
you're crafty.
Yeah.
So, Loki, for some reason, decides he needs this net. He's going to get it. And he goes to the land of the dwarves. And he goes to this cavern.
Skinterskheim?
Svartalheim.
Svartenheim.
Svartalheim. And he sees this little fucking dwarf turn into a fish and run around.
Where does he see this?
In Svartalheim in a cavern.
Okay.
And he's swimming around trying to escape Loki, because anytime you see Loki coming, you're like, this isn't good. And so he drags the net. There's another version where Loki himself turns into a fish and chases him around. I don't know how a fish catches another fish, so let's go
He
with a
turns
net.
into a faster fish.
And then what? You just like gum at the other fish with your
Yeah.
toothless mouth.
Yeah.
So he pulls him out and he's like change shape. And he changes back into a dwarf. And then he says to the dwarf, Andvari, if you don't give me all your fucking red gold, I will break every bone in your body.
Wow. Okay.
Nice to meet you. My name's Loki. And as his hands,
Charmed.
as his hands were, or his life was in the hands of Loki, he was like, oh, fuck, okay. So they went into the cavern and he showed him a room full of red gold and all of this treasure. And he's like, yeah, I'm a dwarf. Like, I hoard treasure is what I do. You humans hoard toilet paper. We hoard red gold. But he picked up this one little gold ring and tried to hide it behind his back. Yeah, I have everything in here. And Loki was like, hey, I see that.
Why does that matter though? If there's so much.
I want that too. And he's like, no, this gold ring helps me make more gold.
It
I
was
can make
given
more
to me
gold
by
with
my
it.
grandmother.
Well, she's dead. You're gonna be too.
You killed my grandma? She was alive just like moments ago.
I made a lot of pit stops on the way here.
I guess so. Do you want this giant kettle made out of red gold?
I want your little fucking ring that you love.
Oh.
And so Andvari begged him, don't take it. It is my precious. And I'll make more gold with this ring. And Loki's like, no, you're not gonna keep any goddamn thing in this cavern. I'm an asshole. So he grabbed all the gold and he took the fucking ring and Andvari,
Even the red gold toilet?
yes, oh, especially. And Andvari yelled after him like, that ring will be the death of anyone who wields it. Anyone who possesses the ring, it will be the death of them. I curse you this. And Loki's like, I don't fucking care. So Loki rolls back to the farmhouse. He took his fucking time too. They stress like he didn't care. He didn't have his shoes, so he was just like that. Smell every flower, have sex with every horse.
Okay.
Like he just made his way back home. And then he got back to the farmhouse.
I really like that song.
And he showed Odin the gold, and Odin was like, what's this fucking ring? And it's like, it's pretty. So Odin grabbed it out of the thing, and then they gave the rest of the gold to...
They filled the otter skin bag.
Yeah, filled the otter skin bag and all around it. And Heidmir was stuffing it and then set it upright. And when it was full, Odin came and helped cover the outside, as his bizarre request was. And was like, okay, we did it. We made this weird little gold mountain of, fucking red gold for you. Our debt's paid. Let's go. And Heidmir looked at the bag and was like, oh, there's one little whisker sticking out. Sorry. You need to cover it. That's why I said completely cover it. So Odin took the ring and put the last piece of gold on top of the whisker. And was like, okay, we did it. We have paid our otter's ransom.
Okay.
And when they as they headed back to Asgard, Loki told him about the curse. Like, anyone that has this gold ring, like, death will rain upon them.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And let me just say, this tale goes into a bananas place. This is where we're stopping it, because this is the end of the gods part of it. But one of the sons will turn into a dragon.
So you're telling me that this tale was not bananas, and it gets more bananas?
This tale was like a little orange cutie, and it turns into a full banana.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Stalk.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what a group of bananas is? Is a banana stalk?
It's
banana herd.
A murder.
A murder of bananas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this ring eventually leads one of the sons to become a greedy gold hoarding dragon.
Oh, and becomes the villain in Lord of the Rings.
This is kind of the story of Gollum, if you can tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is kind of the Hobbit. This ring.
Are you suggesting that Tolkien might have pulled things from other mythologies
What?
in the creation of fantasy.
No.
Wow.
So yeah, I was thinking that could be a mini myth, which we do on our Patreon. We give people mini myths.
We give them.
We give them to you in exchange for some monies.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's an otter's ransom. What do you think about that story?
I think it's weird. I think that I'm discovering there's a lot of inconsistency with the gods' behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes they'll just kill people, and sometimes they'll bargain with them, and
Mhm.
sometimes they'll even like suggest that they feel bad about something.
Well, mind you, they were bound by magic too, so they
Right.
wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
In the meantime, while Loki did all these things, were the other two just bound in the farmhouse,
Yeah.
having to eat Sheila's cooking?
Yeah.
You know, otters
It
aren't
is
good cooks.
rough. No, they're not. It's just here's another dead fish.
Yeah, I cracked its skull on my
Exactly.
belly. She's the most mysterious woman in the room.
Red gold.
She'll have a child that is an otter.
Red gold.
She'll curse you with a kiss. She wears the only scent that makes gods go crazy.
Red gold. When I want all the little dwarves to turn into fish, I put on my red gold.
A new fragrance by Giorgio Nordmani.
That's a good Scandinavian name. Nordmaning. All right, how about commercial 2?
Commercial 2. Any thoughts?
I ran so far away. Ran in air and Iger
Rand and Iger,
at home with Ran and Iger. A reality show.
a reality show. Okay, yeah.
Bum bum bum. This week coming up on Bravo.
Hey, honey, why are you murdering people again?
Oh, babe, I have to have my teeth crowns. I have to find something to craft.
Let's try this again.
I'm like Liza Minnelli. Ba. This week, coming on Bravo.
Hey, honey, why are you murdering people all the time?
Because, my love, if I don't keep myself busy, I just keep, scrolling on the Instagram.
Oh, that's my wife.
Sweetheart, are we going to have the gods over for dinner again?
Oh, you know that they love us, but we're on thin ice because of the rest of our crazy family.
Oh, crazy giant family. I don't have enough wine to make all the gods be thirsty no more.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you just said.
I said I don't have enough wine to make the gods thirsty no more.
Oh, no, they're not going to enjoy that.
Where's the big old cauldron?
That's my wife. It's the reality show Ran and Iger living in the sea.
Die, human, die. Drown, drown, accept your fate. Yes, I watch the life come out of your eyes. Honey, what you want for dinner?
That's my wife.
Now that's the next t-shirt they're going to want. Iger, that's my wife. Okay.
Well, Sarah, thank you for telling me over the past 2 episodes. You briefly mentioned Ran and Iger.
Are they your new fan favorites?
I'm rooting for them.
They've got a weird life.
I want those crazy kids to work it out. The thing that surprised me, between last episode, you had the couple get married, and they had differences that kept them apart.
Of course.
I think the differences between Ran and Iger keep them together.
I think so too. And I think it just goes to show if you're independent, your relationship could be a home base, but really you need to make yourself happy first.
Mhm.
And that's what Rand does by murdering innocent seafarers.
Yeah, and if all else fails, throw a rock at a god or an otter.
And then yes, and stuff your son full of gold,
Stuff your son full of gold.
and throw your daddy's eyeballs in the sky.
All of this and more.
So guys, we're in weird times. I just want to reiterate, we're here for you and we love you guys. And if you're feeling extra blue, you can always reach out to us on Instagram, and let's all just send each other nature and animal pictures, and know we're all mythfits together.
Nature and animal pictures. I want pictures of gore.
Blood, buckets of blood.
As always, you can follow us on the social media too, and say hello, just like Sarah just said. And feel free to continue to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. And
Yeah, do that.
and
Do that with your free time. God.
yeah, and
God.
and leave additional messages to, or I don't know what I'm saying.
Leave additional messages.
Leave additional messages
At the beep.
At the beep. Follow at It's Dragon Wagon Radio. And fuck, what am I saying anymore? I'm falling apart.
I have water in my mouth. Okay, guys, we have a beautiful daddy network at Dragon Wagon Radio. You need to listen to every podcast on that station, or your life will be shit. Well, now I'm falling apart. Guys, please check out our daddy station wagon, Dragon Wagon Radio, at It's Dragon Wagon, Twitter and Instagram. We also have recently upgraded some equipment in here, which is amazing. So let's help our station out. If you'd like to go to dragonwagonradio.com/support.
Yeah, they have a wish list that shows everything that our network needs to continue running well. If mic stands are on that list, help us out with that.
There you go. And we have our Patreon, and we are actually going to update some stuff soon. So thank you to everyone who is a patron, and thanks for helping us have any sort of income in these weird times where artists aren't making any money right now. And I'm sure a lot of you guys aren't too. So we really appreciate your continued support.
Night.
Night.
So that was another exciting episode of Myth Understood. Sarah, you might notice that there is a third person sitting next to us right now.
It's me.
It is Zen Zenith, not a tiny Mario. So you have a podcast.
I do.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, it's called The House Show, and it's a live concert event series and podcast. So we actually host shows at the Dragon Wagon Radio HQ, and then we record the whole thing. I interview the guests, we upload it to the internet, and it's really fun.
So where can we find this podcast that we're going to show up to next time?
That's a great question. You can find it at thehouseshowshow.com and on iTunes, Stitcher, and wherever else good podcasts are sold.
Thanks for being here.
You are welcome.
Now be gone.
Myth Understood.
Oh my God, this is my wet dream come true. Singing with the actual Myth Understood singer.
It's Dragon Wagon.